Good morning, FHS. We've got a wonderful show for you today. I'm Colin Roth.
And I'm Sam Knight. Today we have segments over the AI affecting our classrooms, scuba diving at Bonterre Mines, and the pack rack.
Mark, Nate, and Caden tried Japanese candies in our Upward Bound program.
In our modern world, technology is constantly In our modern world, technology is constantly improving, so much so that humans are needing to acclimate to these changes.
One such acclimation is the restriction in some classes forcing students to handwrite essays due to the resurgence of students taking advantage of artificial intelligence in classrooms.
Currently, to fix artificial intelligence in classrooms, a majority of teachers have their students handwrite essays.
The teaching style, I don't think, has been impacted. As far as like methodology, I think it makes me more aware of what we need to do, like in class, making sure that I'm actually working with students more one-on-one, just so that they're actually developing those skills. But I can't say that it's like drastically changed my approach to what we're doing in class. I don't know that I can say that AI has shown me which students do their work and which don't, because it's so hard to track. Like I don't know that we know exactly who's using it and who's not, because really it comes down to like a character decision. You know, if you're going to make those decisions, you might get away with it, and I guess that's the choice that you're making, to be those kinds of deceptive people who are making awful life decisions and accomplishing very little in, like, you know, decisions that move you into becoming better people. Essentially, it's a new way to plagiarize. I mean, that's basically what it's become, and we've, as educators, we've had to adapt to things like this before. When we first brought Chromebooks into the building, there were all kinds of crazy adaptations, like, okay, what are kids going to be able to do now that they weren't able to do before? And I just think it's kind of like that. This is like the next, how do we adapt to this so the kids are still learning and we're still teaching them what they need to learn? I don't think AI should be used in the classroom because, like, I have a very much like a skill-based class, and so like what I'm working with students on is like learning how to use this skill, and AI basically is them not doing that. So like I don't think that AI should be used in the classroom. I do think that it probably has some like practical applications for other things. I've had kids talk to me about like using AI to give them some ideas for like how to generate an outline or something like that, and I get that, but at the same time, essentially it's giving you an excuse to be lazy. So it's saying, hey, I'm going to use this AI to like come up with these ideas so that I don't have to come up with these ideas. And then like in the process, like the critical thinking that is required to do those things is so important, like you're missing out. I think it will definitely change how we view what students do to produce their essays. And I think it will make like teachers less reliant on like just giving kids time to like type at home or whatever, because if we really want to see what they're capable of, we just have to be more hands-on.
We've talked about the chat GPT and stuff like that a lot because people have used it, especially last semester, to write their essays, but I've personally never experienced that or tried it because I don't trust it to write it that well, and I think I would probably get caught. To help teach new stuff in the class, but in terms of actually helping people write, I think they probably should not use that because it's the easy way out, I guess. But you always maybe worry that it could have been AI that wrote it and not the student, and you just want to make sure that the kids actually put in enough effort, because it's not fair to the kids that actually try and put time into it if the kids that are using a computer algorithm get the same grade. I get it, like it makes sense, but I think there's probably other ways to avoid AI usage, because there's programs you can use that will detect if the essay was written with AI or not. And so I think handwritten essays is a little extreme of a change to go to just because of the chance that they could be using AI. So I think it's not really necessary.
The AI seems to be a polarizing issue to Farmington High School between the students and teachers. Nonetheless, we can only wait for time to shape how our learning will look in the future.
This time next year, we're probably not going to be having a conversation about AI. That's my assumption. I could be completely wrong, and they might like completely take over the world, and we might all be like enslaved to machines by next year. But I'm assuming that's probably not going to happen. If it does, though, like Arnold could probably step in, and like we're probably all right.
This has been Riker Jones,
And Grayson Street.
signing out from BKTV.
The opinions at the high school certainly seem divided on the topic of artificial intelligence in classrooms.
In Student Spotlight, Jack and Alyssa interviewed Charlie Hausers for a talent for scuba diving.
Charles Hauser is a student at FHS with a passion for water.
So I was 16, I got certified, and then that's next summer, I went down to Florida. I think it was around my 10th, 15th dive, and Florida was just awesome. I mean, like the water was bright, perfect, and clear. So much different marine life, like reefs, starfish, pufferfish, sharks, groupers. It was sea turtles. Like they're all just, there's so much different stuff, different places. Like at the mine, it's just mainly just a bunch of old mine carts, old rocks. There's one fish if you get to see it sometimes. I mean, it's just, it's so cool. You get to see so much stuff. Like I saw a big shark down in Florida. So it's really just that kind of stuff that like, it's cool to me. A lot of people say like it's dangerous. I don't think it's that dangerous when I should think it's that dangerous though, because I am just practically living off a machine when I'm down there. But no, it's awesome. I like the stuff you see, the people you meet. It's just, it's so cool. I mean, I wish everybody would do it, but obviously it doesn't work for everybody.
However, it does have a few setbacks.
The breathing part's pretty hard. You're kind of like relying on a machine to keep you alive. But I mean, other than that, your legs, sometimes your calves can cramp up, so you got to stretch a lot. People get really claustrophobic. Cold water diving is a lot different than warm water diving. So like in the warm water, you don't have to worry about, well, being cold. Like in cold water, you have to worry about the water stinging your face as you jump into it. You have to worry about like how thick your wetsuit is, and because of that thickness, it adds more weight to you, so you have to counteract that weight with more air in your BC, which helps you stay buoyant, so it keeps you level in the water. But it's just a lot of different stuff. But I just know that it's really dangerous. I mean, there's been a lot of people that have died diving, so I mean, it's definitely tough. But
In the end, scuba diving is a fun activity for all.
I grew up around so many different people that loved it from so many different backgrounds. If you want to take a class, go to West End Diving, St. Charles, Missouri. Talk to Doug Juergens. Yeah. But other than that, I mean, just anybody really. Take the class, find it out if you like it or not. If you don't, you don't. If you do like it, continue to dive. So.
This has been Alyssa and Jack for BKTV, signing out.
Students can go to Mr. Gergen's room for more information about scuba diving lessons.
Pack opening is upcoming in the area. Ryan Cooper and Justice Boyer take us into the local shop here in Farmington.
What up, Lagna Nation? Today we got the chance to talk to an owner of a local business called the Pack Rack and some fellow customers right here from the high school. Let's get right into it.
So the Pack Rack is a all-inclusive card shop. We sell sports, non-sport, and gaming cards. We have a few memorabilia items as well, but for the most part we're a card shop. We have been open in our current location inside the factory since October of 21. Started off inside the storage sheds there on Doe Run. I started there March of 21 and kind of tried to do that for about 6 months or so. Wasn't working out the greatest, and then an opportunity came to have a spot inside the factory, and that's how I got here. I am personally a card collector myself. I collect non-sport cards, so like Marvel cards, DC cards, comic cards, movie cards, TV cards, that kind of stuff. And a few years ago, I was looking up my card collection values and had seen how much they jumped in value. And I remember a shop from my hometown of Piedmont, Missouri that I loved, and remembered that guy and the impression he gave me of just loving to go in there and open up packs or hang out with my friends. It was always a good time. And I started thinking about it, like, when's the last time I saw an actual real card shop anywhere in the area? So I did some digging, looked into it, and lo and behold, there are none in the area, so I wanted to do something about that. I wanted to offer something that I felt the community could use, and that's what led me to open.
I've been coming for about a few months now. I said about 2 or 3. Some buddies of mine, they asked me about baseball cards, and I was like, oh, might as well give it a shot. So I came over here and kind of fell in love with baseball cards and collecting them, so it's been a lot of fun recently. Oh, I mean, we just go to card shows all the time. We'll come over here after practice and just hang out. So I feel like it doesn't just, it's fun, but it also gains a relationship with all of us. So I feel like it's a win-win.
No, I'd say I've been coming into the Pack Rack about, a good month, 3 months, somewhere around there, just buying cards, having a good time, you know what I'm saying? So, you could ask anybody that opens packs. It's pretty addicting. You like it. It gives you a good feeling. And then when you fail and you get nothing good, you want to do it again because you want to pull something great, even though you most likely won't most of the time. And I could get these same packs and stuff like that from like Walmart or something like that, but why would I do that when I can support a local small business? I mean, I'd say that a couple of me and my buddies, we didn't hang out as much before, and now we have a common thing we like to do, common hobby. It gives us something to talk about all the time, and we can open packs together and enjoy getting our little Pokemon sets together, opening up some baseball cards and hoping to pull that autograph that everybody hopes to get, you know what I'm saying?
If you want to check it out, it's located in the factory in downtown Farmington. If you want to call him, his number is 573-218-2857. Thank you for watching, and be acute injustice signing off.
Man, watching that makes me want to open some packs myself.
Now moving into our Real News World segment, Stuff That Matters. As we have touched in the past, New York Representative George Santos, who is found to have inflated and lied about a large portion of his past, was indicted and arrested this week on charges of money laundering and wire fraud. As well as lying to Congress, the congressman is yet to resign, but expulsion proceedings may begin.
On Tuesday, former President Donald Trump was found liable in New York civil court for sexually abusing and defaming Jean Carroll. The month-long trial came to a close with Donald Trump being ordered to pay $5 million for defamation and abuse against Carroll. Carroll commented, "Today the world finally knows the truth."
Although it may sound like a broken record, we are once again talking about the impending debt crisis. The House and Senate have yet to come to a deal on the debt ceiling. The debt ceiling, of course, is the maximum amount of debt the U.S. can take on. This number is set arbitrarily, and if it hit, the U.S. will default on our debt, an event which has never occurred before. It is hard to put into words how bad hitting the debt ceiling would be, but the best we can do is catastrophic. The U.S. House and Senate must act, and must act soon, as we are set to default in early June. According to Representative Jackson of North Carolina earlier this week, the House will only be in session 12 more times.
Following yet another mass shooting in Texas, calls for gun reform have only increased. In a surprising turn of events, a committee of the Texas legislature voted to favor a bill to increase the age to purchase a weapon. Texas, a state known for pro-gun laws, has been plagued by many shootings this year alone. This may be a turning point for the state.
In other news, the WGA strike continues. The workers, whose requests include more compensation and benefits, have picketed movie shoots around the Los Angeles area. Other film studio employees have refused to cross the picket line and thus shut down many movie and TV show projects. Most notably, the strike made the MTV Music Awards go to a pre-recorded show rather than an in-person event due to fears guests would not cross the picket line.
Moving back into our segments.
Our next segment is another iteration of What in the World? In this episode, Nate, Caden, and Mark try some exotic Asian candies and compare them to their American alternatives.
We're here in front of Global Food Market here in St. Louis, Missouri. We purchase a variety of different candies from a multitude of different countries. We'll be comparing them to their American counterparts.
First up, we have Japanese Kit Kats. The difference between Japanese and American Kit Kats is that Japanese Kit Kats has 2 wafers in each stick, as opposed to the 4 in American Kit Kats. As well as in Japan, Kit Kats symbolize good luck and victory and are often given to students before big tests. Among the 300 flavors, some of them consist of cherry blossom, soy sauce, yogurt sake, dark matcha, passion fruit, peach parfait, and hot chili powder.
First up, we have apple cinnamon. 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god. It's actually so good.
This is better than I thought it would be.
I like this one a lot.
It's really good. Now we have the strawberry Kit Kat. 3, 2, 1.
This one's so good. I like. Oh. No, you feel that sour?
Yeah. It has a lot more of a fruit flavor as opposed to American kind of fruit flavor. It's a lot more natural tasting.
So what are we going to be trying next, Caden?
We are now going to be trying all these American flavored Kit Kats.
Next up is the strawberry and dark chocolate duo.
You can tell a complete difference against the Japanese strawberry and the strawberry.
Yeah, this has that kind of like artificial strawberry flavor that you're used to over here. Finally, we have
the OG,
classic original.
I think everyone knows what this tastes like. My opinion, already better than every other one except the strawberry Japanese.
Yeah, the strawberry Japanese one.
Yeah, you just can't go wrong with the classic Kit Kat.
What's up next, Caden?
We're actually going to go ahead and try these chocolate cones that are called Bing Bings. They are made in Korea, and supposedly it's supposed to be a cone snack with a chocolate flavored filling.
The cone just tastes like your average, like ice cream cone they can buy at Walmart.
Yeah, it's just your normal wafer. It's just kind of like a nice, like soft, kind of airy chocolate in the middle.
Now let's see what our special guest, the tennis phenom himself, Charlie Hauser, thought about the Bing Bing.
Hey, Charlie, I got a question. What's your favorite type of candy? Chocolate for Swahili. Swahili? I'm going to show some chocolate. It's like a little cone snack from Japan. Sure. Ooh. Read it. It tastes like dirt. Does it taste like dirt? Well, actually, the chocolate is good. The cone tastes like styrofoam. The chocolate, I'll give the chocolate a 9 out of 10. Is it cheating? The cone, I'll give the cone about a 5. The cone isn't that great.
Next up is the Pirouette. Many of you are probably familiar with this. It is pretty similar to the Bing Bing, but the American version is just a little wafer stick with a chocolate inside. Now we're going to try it.
Oh yeah. That's so good.
Definitely better than the Bing Bing.
Very familiar. That chocolate is a lot richer than the Bing Bing.
It's way better too.
Alright, we had a pleasure trying these exotic snacks, but that's all the time we have for this episode. I'm Nate.
I'm Mark.
I'm Caden.
And that's all the time we have for this episode of What in the World?
Wow, I didn't know there were so many different flavored Kit Kats. I really wanted to try the strawberry one.
They gave me a piece. Me too. Thanks, thanks, Nate, Caden, and Mark, for giving us an insight on some exotic candies.
Our next segment is our college prep program called Upward Bound. Morgan Shorts and Dayton Kennan give us a more in-depth explanation as to what this program is.
Upward Bound is a college prep program for high school students. We are grant funded. Everything we do is free, and we help students get to college. We do a lot of planning, so we go on field trips and the end of the summer trip and classes. So I hire teachers and mentors, anything that helps a student along the way. Every grade is pretty much different. However, there are things that we all do together, like ACT prep, certain field trips, but like our juniors are about ready to go on a multi-college visit, which is going to be 3 days long. So that is just for our juniors. And then our seniors, of course, get to participate in the STEP program. STEP student stands for Summer Term Education Program. So our STEP students just graduated from high school, and they get to come to MAC, take classes for free in the summer immediately following high school graduation, stay in the dorms if they like, and get a little job experience for some money or a stipend. Upward Bound needs motivated students, students who want, students who care, students who have a desire to better themselves. I really believe in this program. So students are going to gain lots of social experiences. So if a student is kind of shy or doesn't really know what their niche is, if they don't know what their career is, if they're unsure about what they're going to do in life after high school, if they don't know where they want to go to college, we can really help with that. Students have leadership opportunities in Upward Bound. We have committees. We have lots of fun stuff that gets people out of their shells. It does so much for a student, and they really leave changed. And sometimes they meet their best friend in Upward Bound.
So I'm an academic advisor. So my role is to go into the schools with the Upward Bound, and I mentor the students. We help them with college applications. We help them with ACT. We help them with any sort of college applications. And then we also like to give them real world lessons such as time management, money management, different things like that that they are going to encounter beyond graduation. So I'm basic support. We plan all the activities, all the Saturday programs. We write all the curriculum. We set up the events. We tear them down. So we just do basically everything behind the scenes as far as that goes. We have Saturday programs, which are once a month, and we take the students to educational places. And then we have our summer program as well as our, we help with the FAFSA, anything like that. This is a really good program. I wish I would have had it whenever I was in high school. We give all the students all the advantages that they need to get to college and pay for it. ACT, it's very important. That's what colleges look for. It's what any sort of scholarship, that's what they look for, things like that. So we started our freshmen taking the ACT their freshman year, and then we do ACT prep. And they take it all the way through their senior year. And usually by their senior year, majority of our students have upper 20s to 30s on their ACT. So students get all the support that they need to apply for college. We help you through that process. We help you with financial aid. I mean, we're just there to support you through the whole process and get you graduated from college with as low debt as you possibly can.
This is a great opportunity for our students to get help in their future classes as well as prepare for the ACT.
For now, this has been Colin Roth
and Sam Knight.
Hold on, though. We have one more thing to cover. Tomorrow is our seniors' last day at FHS, and we want to give a shout-out to all the class of 2023. From the staff at BKTV, congratulations and best wishes to all of your future endeavors. That's been it for this group of seniors, and that's a wrap for this episode of BKTV Live! Yahoo!